At this busy new market area, one thing that you cannot miss is this legacy biryani brand Aminia. Originally started in 1929 at Zakaria Street, this outlet has a history to share. This outlet was opened on the day of independence, 15th August 1947. But let me tell you, Aminia is a lot more than biryani. Today, let us explore how Aminia is beyond biryani and what all they have to share with us. Today we have with us Kabir Azhar, the fourth generation owner of Aminia Restaurants. Hi Kabir, welcome to Indulge Express.
Hi everyone.
So this outlet, this new market outlet is the first outlet that you have seen, I'm sure.
Yes.
And it carries history. So if you could tell us about your initial memories about Aminia New Market.
So my fondest memories are during Durga Puja when I used to come to the outlet and I used to help out in the cash counter. So we have some old cashier machines and I used to operate those machines and punch bills for the customers. And it was inside, like we have a AC area, so I used to sit there and punch the bills.
And how old were you?
I was about 10 or 12 years old when I did this.
And did you get treats from Aminia after that?
Absolutely. My dad and me used to have a plate of pasinda paratha after that. Like, and it was at that time I was able to stay awake till late,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Any fond corner of Aminia New Market that you have?
My most fondest corner is, we call it the handi stand, where the biryani and the chop and everything is prepared and kept and it's served on the plates. So just standing there on a busy day, smelling all the food, seeing all the food being prepared and taken out on plates, that's the best part for me, for this restaurant.
And this outlet still cooks its biryanis, its chop on coal, I believe.
Yes, so we have a very traditional kitchen, and again the cooking process, the style of cooking, the methods have been unchanged over the years, and the original method was coal, and yes, we still do use coal in the kitchen.
Let's take a break now and see what Kabir has in store for us, and we'll see you at the Gold Park outlet. Kabir, in this outlet, I can see paintings,
Yes.
Kalighat paintings of Babu and Bibi.
Yes.
So why do you think you have set it up like this?
So this restaurant, when we took it over, it was an old Bengali house.
Okay.
So we wanted to keep the aesthetics, the same as that. So even
Right.
when you come in, you see the red flooring, and when you come into the outlet, there's a lot of old Bengali art. So just as you would see in a like old Bengali house. So we kept those aesthetics and just maintained it like that.
And also there are Mughal artifacts.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
the jug.
yes. So we are kind of blending in, the Mughlai touch and the essence of Calcutta together in this outlet.
Have you customized these jugs?
So yeah, we actually buy them from Muradabad. So
Oh, okay.
we have some people set over there,
Okay.
and they do this specially. So you'll see these things in all the outlets of Aminia. And we had this opportunity to open in a very prominent location in Dubai. So we went and took that, and we are serving the same food of Calcutta, and
Okay.
all our Calcutta boys have gone there. Half our team is from Calcutta, and we wanted to get a touch of Calcutta outside India as well.
So like many other popular brands, what they do is they shift into multi-cuisine genres,
Right.
like serving Chinese and sometimes Bengali.
Right.
Do you also have plans of such?
No, so the whole concept of Aminia, and I'd say it's a rule of the family, like stick to the roots. And the roots are Mughlai food, and we'll always be serving Mughlai food.
Okay.
But again, we have to adapt, so we don't do it under Aminia. So we started another brand next to our outlet, which
Okay.
is called Mast, where we do
Okay.
kati rolls, coffee, and chai.
Achha.
So again, we've blended like some traditional food, like street
Okay.
food of Calcutta,
Okay.
kati rolls, with chai and coffee, which is
Nice.
again
It's a
very popular over there.
Very snack.
So Aminia is still the same, the classic, but we are trying to do new things in that way, which I
It's
told you.
also very, what do I say? A very Middle Eastern thing of their 4 p.m. hot kadak chai
Yeah, absolutely.
and with a doner kebab and everything
Absolutely.
like that. So,
So-
it kind of blends well.
Absolutely. So they have a thing in the Middle East region about
Yes.
shawarma.
Yes.
So
Yes.
shawarma is popular, and they have Omani parathas.
Right.
They have Malabar parathas.
Yes.
But
And
kati
with
roll,
parathas with chini.
yes, and kati roll is something that was not introduced there,
Right.
and people absolutely love the kati rolls over there.
Okay. Wow. Now we can see the food incoming,
Yes.
and Kabir will tell us what he's serving us today.
Yeah.
That's a lot of deliciousness on the plate. What's this? This looks very tempting.
So this is the mutton Awadhi biryani.
Okay.
So we have the normal Calcutta biryani,
Hmm.
and like this was a thing started in Aminia Kolkata. So this
Okay.
has a different spice blend to the normal Calcutta biryani that we
Alright.
serve, and it's a little bit spicy. And the key thing is we put you see this, these are koftas.
Koftas, yeah.
So we do a special kofta and we put in this.
So
biryani.
is it like an elevated version of the Calcutta biryani?
Absolutely, it's an elevated version
Okay.
of the biryani, and this was introduced in Aminia Kolkata.
And is it for two people?
Yeah, it's like a special biryani.
Okay.
The same thing. It's for serves two.
Okay. We can see we have more.
And what he just bought is the chicken kati kebab.
Okay.
So what we understood, after serving our kati rolls, is that some people actually like the kebab that goes into the rolls. you know.
Rolls,
So
okay.
someone who doesn't want to have the whole
Right.
the maida paratha.
Mhm.
So this is something we started for that. So you can just come in the restaurant and enjoy the kati kebab.
So this is like for the health freaks.
This for the health freaks.
Yes.
Absolutely. And these two dishes you see in front are like classic Aminia dishes.
Right.
They introduced from like maybe the 1930s. So this is the
Okay.
Aminia special curry,
Right.
and this is the mutton pasinda kebab.
Okay.
So the Aminia special curry is like a jhol, like
Right.
like a Bengali jhol.
Bengali jhol.
How
yeah.
it is, but again in a Mughlai style. And then you have a anda, aloo, a tomato, a pyaz, carrot, and 2 pieces of meat. So like this is an all-time favorite dish.
Right.
So even for example, when we open in Dubai, people like the old customers of Mania, they order this, with the tandoori roti, and they just absolutely love it. And this is a mutton pasinda kebab,
Right.
which is Aminia's version of galati kebab. So,
Okay.
So what we do is like also a melt in the mouth kebab, which is made like a seekh kebab, and it's also an absolute favorite to eat with paratha.
But you also make galati? if I'm
Yeah, we
not
make
wrong?
galati, but that's like a Lucknow thing. But pasinda
Okay.
is an Aminia thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's
And-
this one?
That's a Murg Jahangiri kebab, which
Okay.
was also again introduced in Aminia Gold Park, at the opening in the 90s. And usually chicken kebab comes in 6 pieces. Like if you have a
Right.
tikka, reshmi. So this
Right.
comes in 4 chunky pieces,
Mhm.
and has a special marinade, and very different to what else you would find over here.
Okay. So what's the key thing in this recipe?
So the key thing in the recipe is this has a longer marination process,
Okay.
and ginger, garlic, like a special spice mix,
Mhm.
and again it's like a crowd favorite. So initially it was only in Aminia Gold Park, but now
Okay.
we've introduced it everywhere,
All.
including Dubai.
Okay. So in
Yeah.
all your outlets, the menu remains the same.
Absolutely.
Everything, like the full elaborate menu, it's available
Everything.
at all outlets.
Yeah, in go to Guwahati, Siliguri, there's no changes. Everything
Okay.
that we start in one place, we start in all the outlets.
And do you have like a book of recipes, Aminia recipes, which
Actually, we are
is
creating.
followed?
Yeah,
Okay.
we are creating.
Because you must, because so many years into the
Absolutely.
business, it shouldn't get lost in the process.
Absolutely. We are working to create a coffee table book,
Yeah.
which tells the stories, about each
Right.
and every dish, and like the entire story of Aminia. So hopefully we'll have it in like this year,
Oh, nice.
and we are going to be turning 97, so it's a part of the 97th year launch.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully we'll have it out soon.
So I believe in our last conversation at New Market, you were talking about this pasinda,
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
used to get as a treat.
Yeah, it's actually my favorite dish. So what I do is I have it in a roll now. So
Okay.
I put it instead of a mutton roll, I make a pasinda roll, and
Okay.
again that's something we introduced.
What else do you add in that?
So
roll?
some like onions,
Hmm.
lime, and chaat masala, and the kebab.
Okay, green chutney or anything like
No,
that?
nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's good as it is.
Oh, nice. So it's a more on a drier side.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, so flaky paratha.
And that's what I used to eat when I was a child, and I
Okay,
still.
so it's just bread and
Yeah.
pasinda with the salad and
With the salad,
everything, but in a roll format.
Yes.
Okay, what else is there which is your favorite?
So apart from the pasinda, of course, there's the biryani and the chop. Like the most important is the chop because our style of chop is something unlike what you get in Calcutta. So it's a
Hmm.
little sweeter, based on onions and poppy seeds.
Right.
And the funny thing is this that in Dubai, poppy seeds are not allowed,
Yes.
and we can't
Yes.
use poppy seeds.
Yes.
So we had to really do some R&D
Mm-hmm.
into how we can get that same
Flavor
taste
replacement.
and
Yeah.
texture.
Yeah.
And we got it very very close, but again it can't be the same.
Yes.
But we got it very very close.
Okay. And among these items, what are your favorites apart from the pasinda kebab?
So definitely the pudding, it's a
Mm-hmm.
favorite. So if I have the pasinda for the dessert, I'm definitely going to have the pudding.
Right. So, are you a foodie?
Yeah, I am always been.
So, apart from recipes from Aminia, what else do you like to eat?
So I love to eat Italian. Like I eat a lot of
Okay,
pizzas.
from Mughlai to Italian,
Yeah.
like these are flavor bombs, and that's the most delicate.
The thing is that we like being in the restaurant so much, we see the food all the time. We are like
Yes.
looking at the food, and then
Yes.
sometimes when you're out, you don't feel like eating
Eating, yeah, I
the
understand.
same food.
Understand.
So it's better to have some contrasting
Right.
food.
And how's food at home?
Food at home is very simple, very light. Nothing that you see in the
Okay.
restaurant because it's not the best thing to always
Yes, of
eat the
course.
rich food.
Of course.
So simple, like it's like a dal and sabzi and chapatis, basic.
Basics.
Yeah.
And what is there on your cheat meal?
My cheat meal is a plate of biryani, like a full
Full
mutton
plate?
biryani. Yeah, absolutely, like a full mutton biryani chop and then maybe a fidni.
Oh,
That's the
nice.
full cheat meal.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, as we move on to taste this food, you keep an eye on Indulge Express videos. Bye.